Hello and welcome back to Beamng.Drive with a little bit of an investigation, if you will. You see, this is an H-35 van, and that is an H-35 van with a little bit of armor on it. Yes, there's an actual armored car based on a real car in Beamng, an original game car, I should say. And, well, that got me thinking, just how good is this armor? So I thought, what if I do a little bit of a crash test with a normal H-35 in comparison? We'll get to the truck later on, but in the meantime, we're going to do a nice, simple suspension and frame test, shall we say. Where we drive down here, doesn't do too bad on the bumps, and then we simply jump. Oh. Hey, stuck the landing. That was... I'm actually very impressed with that vehicle because it should be very dead, but it can still do donuts. It can do donuts in the first place. They still have fully functioning steering. We haven't even broken a radiator. That's very surprising. But let's see how this thing can do. Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh dear. Oh no, they're going AWOL. Stop! Okay. Everything's... Oh dear, the truck's gone. The truck's gone. And stop. Okay. Everything's fine. Nothing happened. We're just gonna put the parking brake on. Thank you very much. Okay, as we were saying, come on, you old boat, come on, you're heavy, I know that, we gotta go. There we go. We are on the move, and nothing else is, which is a good sign. So if we just go up here, and then we... And... Ooh. Ooh. That front right took a hell of an impact, but once again, we still have fully functioning... Oh. Yeah, there's definitely something broken with the suspension. It's gone full hot hatch. We're lifting the rear wheel up. Only the rear wheels are supposed to be driven. Okay, that's not a good sign, but it did at least survive with the radiator intact, which means we can move on. We can move on to step number 2, which is to run it into that little wedge there. You see that little wedge? Again, it is scientific. This is what the National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration does. Yes. I think we're going to use this thing as a benchmark first. So if we just go here, line it up, and charge. It's not the fastest vehicle, I'll be honest, but it's fine. Ready? Well, the suspension's not going to get any better after that. It's completely stuck. Hang on, hang on. There we go. It was properly stuck in there. But now we have a... What would that be? An aerodynamic... A Le Mans van. Look how aerodynamic it is. Oh dear, the suspension is gone. Right. Anyway. Normal van. We saw how that thing just about survived. It was quite stuck, but at least it survived. That's what the tow hitch is for. We have the tow hitch specifically for pulling it out of a impossible to drive out of situation like that. We need to go up to the grass. You know, we did our control. We need to continue those bases. They're not handling great anymore, I'll be honest. This is pulling quite badly to the right. But, oh. Oh. It's dead. Oh my god, yeah, I see why it's dead. The entire body has come off. I mean, it actually stripped its face off. The chassis rails are the farthest point on the front of the car. Oh yeah, and that angle, the angle of the gearbox relative to the wheels is not a good angle. I see why it broke. Well. Okay. Damn. Well, what we have here then is a one-horse race to see just what this vehicle can survive now, because that died a lot earlier than I thought. But anyway, now, I was hoping to do it with both vehicles, but I guess I'll just do it with one. We have the Semi of Doom. Yes, I think it's called the Destroyer. It's got a fancy, schmancy ram plow on it. It's sort of a beast. I'm amazed it can actually do that stuff. I know it's incredibly powerful, and it spins its wheels to like 5th gear, maybe 12th gear. But it's also incredibly fast, and we are going to ram it in as probably about 60-ish miles an hour, 60, 70. Don't actually know. We shall wait and see. Turn your big boat. Turn your big orange boat. Alright, we gotta wait till it settles down a little bit, and then we can hit the Fast and Furious button. Yes! Because this truck has and needs NOS. There we go. Oh. You know, this testing session is not going according to plan. No NOS. Got it. We might have accidentally blown the engine to pieces. Okay. Then I guess we will just run it normal. Should be plenty fine. And you know what, we're gonna go for some nice super slow-mo. That should be fine. We're gonna hit about 65-ish, and then I just go and watch the impending doom. Oh! It didn't skewer, it didn't launch it, really. It sort of skewered it. Oh, and it's gonna hit it again, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna land on top of it. Exactly in the hole, though. I mean, you couldn't have done that better. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Well, there we go. It survived. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Oh my god. I think the entire body has been detached from the chassis, and it's on fire. However, it still works. I mean, it's out of fuel. However, oh, the entire body has separated from the chassis. Just about. That's incredible. And it still drives, and it still has steering, and it still has a radiator. This is a fully functioning vehicle, except for the fact that it's, you know, out of gas. That's amazing. It's actually taken, and if we just rip the body off, that's a lot of damage. Look at that. That is spectacular. And until I, you know, tore the body off, it was still fully functioning minus the fuel. It still had a working drive shaft at that angle, I will add, which doesn't make any sense, but there you go. It still had drive, it still has perfect steering. I mean, those wheels are completely straight. And it works fine. It has drive, I mean, the rear wheels at a bit of an angle. However, that was a fully functioning vehicle up until the fuel tank ran out. That's amazing. I wish we could just have like an unlimited fuel tank mod. Someone get on that, please, because That would really help in situations like this, where I went and run out of fuel and end the test prematurely, because this vehicle, as just a chassis, was working fine. But there we go. Now, I saw the truck disappear into the distance. And wait, what? It took a jump by itself. How the hell did it get all the way over here? So hang on, it went back, and let's retrace its steps. So it hit there, went over the hill, went somehow dodged all of that stuff. Okay, you do you, truck. You do you. Okay. Well, I think we ended this a little prematurely because fuel tank and drive shaft. However, I do have one more thing I would want to try, so we're just gonna plomp you down. It's fine, because we need a quick transport over here, because I was hoping that at least one of them would survive, and I mean, technically the armored one did, so the armored one wins the challenge sort of by default, because this thing blew a drive shaft early on. However, I did want to hopefully try out this. Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. So we just need to have a little bit of a correction angle, make sure we actually hit the thing. And then you hit super slow-mo, because nothing's better than super slow-mo. And watch the destruction. Which one can survive the most shots? We shall see. Right in its side. Ooh. Well. And, hey. It's just weight reduction, guys. Don't worry about it. It's just weight reduction. It's definitely not the entire body coming off. The driver is in the passenger side. Yeah, ow. Okay. Now it's time to put you back. Ugh. That's not a good look for you. I'm gonna be honest, mate. That's not a brilliant look for you. I wonder if we can correct it by shooting on the other side. I think that might just take the entire body off. However, there's only one way to find out, and that is experimentation. Because remember, people, the only difference between screwing around and science is writing it down. So again, aim. We need to get right as close as I can in the same spot. It's aimed up. It's aimed slightly up. That's good. Super slow-mo again. And oh, I was a little too high. Clearly, I'm not going to go to ancient naval warfare school anytime soon. Right. So I do this. Ready, and fire. There we go, nice hit. And look, the body doesn't even come off this time. It actually took it. I mean, it cartwheeled it. But critically, it took the hit beautifully, and it... Oh, it didn't quite right itself, damn it. I was hoping it would right itself. Well, one can only dream. Slightly bent the chassis rail a lot, but it's fine. That took it very well. Okay, this armor might actually be onto something, you know? I mean, the people in the back would be very, very dead, but the people in the front could at least drive away, and they would survive. Well, I guess it's just now a matter of rinse and repeat on the other side. So again, parking brake on. And now we just have to fire. Ooh. Okay. It hit the underside. I mean, it took it. I'm actually kind of amazed it didn't break the drive shaft, because look at that drive shaft attachment. It's not even attached to the gearbox anymore. It's at like a 45-degree angle. That is ridiculous. Just look at that gearbox assembly. It's not an assembly anymore. It's held together by like a single bolt. How is that still driving? Okay, I mean, I'll take it, but that should not be functional. And it's barely functional. The bodywork is properly stuck on the wheels now. But whatever. It survived. It did good. So now we just have to do the exact same thing to you. Ready, aim, and fire! It didn't hit on the thing. It didn't hit the bottom. I don't know what. Maybe it's a height difference. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that was the exact same firing angle. But it took it like an absolute champion. That's what it did. Actually, if you look at it purely from the front, it doesn't look too bad. And then everything sort of falls apart. The back is now approximately 1 human wide, maybe. But now it's time for the real test. A head-on impact. So again, line up. This will probably kill that thing. We shall see. Oh, it missed the engine. Oh, but it broke the drive shaft. No. The engine quite literally dodged a bullet on that one. That was so close. But yeah, the drive shaft was it was a miracle that it was still driving beforehand. And now, considering the entire body is a little ball on the rear axle. Yeah. That doesn't look like a van anymore. From the back you can kind of see it, but somewhere, yeah, there's a cannonball in there. And it's not happy at all. Okay. If the armored vehicle can survive, it will be the ultimate winner. Okay, line it up. There we go. And fire away. Oh. Hang on. That was very anticlimactic, because all it did was bust the radiator and the exhaust. Hang on. So does that mean that thing's busted? However, yes, it still works. It even still has pretty straight steering. That's amazing, actually. That's absolutely amazing. And once again, oh my. Oh, the drive shaft's even worse. Look in the bottom right. I'm trying my best to film it. Look at the bottom right. It's not even attached to the transmission. It's just sort of pseudo-attached via game physics. And as for the front, if you were a driver, you were fine for a while, but now the dashboard has become one with your chest. I think the cannonball bounced off the engine block, which then pushed it down, but thanks to Beamng.Drive's bizarre physics, it still works. That is actually kind of amazing. I'm not even mad. That's stupid. It's blowing itself to pieces. However, we have to try. We have to try it. For glory! Nope. We might as well watch it go off and stop, because that drive shaft is about to have a very, very bad day. But this is the ultimate win, regardless of what this crash says. Yep. Yep. The entire engine has fallen out. The entire engine has fallen off. The entire body has fallen off. The drive shaft is no more. The steering is bent. It was literally a millimeter away from dying from that cannon shot, and this all but solidified it. It put up a hell of a fight, though, I'll tell you that. Credit where it's due. This thing was an absolute champ. But that will be it for this episode of Beamng.Drive, and I'll be back with more.